save the loadout.
Alright, and we're live. We're about to kick off the briefing. On YouTube, sorry. I don't know why it keeps defaulting.
I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's everybody. Okay. Havoc 3, how we doing tonight?
Those are
Good to hear. Now, I understand that Private Brown, okay, I understand that Havoc 3's shitter billet has been unoccupied since Sergeant Price was elevated to a position worthy of respect. Now, I understand that you're not billeted in Havoc 3, but if you want to be the dedicated Havoc 3 shitter, I can appoint you that position. All right? Listen up. I understand that there's been some misunderstanding regarding whether tonight was meant to be a platoon training or an OCS-op. It's meant to be a mix of the two, because all of the OCS operations for Phase 2 has already been completed, and Phase 3 hasn't started yet. So this is a platoon training masqueraded as an operation-style event. It's a bit of a difficult mix, but the intent is to first of all, talk about what we're going to do, what we're going to train on, and then go out there and conduct the training similarly into an operation. So we're going to be full immersion mode all the time, and we're going to try our best to adhere to what we would do in an operation. So 2 lives, etc., etc. Now, I understand that you guys are all conditioned full right now because we all thought it was going to be a platoon training. That's perfectly fine. That's on me. I'll make sure to make sure that it's clearer in the future. Right, with that out of the way, 3-7, please take it away.
Thanks very much, 3-6. Listen up. Attention to orders. Headquarters 506 Infantry Regiment Realism Unit, dated today, 18th of January 2025. Headquarters of the 506 Infantry Regiment Realism Unit has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valour, fidelity and abilities of Kirill Chaichek. In view of these qualities, he has demonstrated potential for increased responsibility. He is therefore promoted to the rank of Private First Class, with the date of rank being effective 17th of January 2025, by orders of the Headquarters 506 Infantry Regiment Realism Unit. Congratulations, Private First Class. Who up?
who up?
And once again, now that you have become a PFC, more of the unit has become open to you. Take a look at the Battalion Open Positions page on the forums and see if you would like to become part of the S-shops who do a lot of work for the unit in the background, or if you would like to try out for a leadership position. Sorry, Sergeant, please continue.
No, that's all good, boss. One point of further administration I am going to raise in this forum now, and that is immersion. Stand up those in front of me who do not understand what immersion is. Excellent. So you all know what it is, therefore there are no excuses for immersion breaking activities. So, squad leaders, team leaders and above, ensure that you spot fix immersion breaking activities from step off, particularly in the operational environment. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Those are
Clear.
Excellent.
I have a question, Sergeant.
Go ahead, Captain.
When are we required to start being immersive, and when are we allowed to stop?
You start being immersive from the beginning of the brief. In an operation, you are immersive from the time you load in, and you stop at mission complete when we begin the debriefing process.
Roger, Sergeant. Thank you.
Thanks, Captain. So, just to put a cap on this last point. So, 3 strikes, and then we'll begin disciplinary action. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes, Sergeant.
It doesn't mean that you can't. One more thing, gents. It doesn't mean that you can't talk about immersion breaking event at all. Just gotta do it in an immersive way. Oh fuck. Say, can you hear me now?
Lieutenant Lee, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you start over, please?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
No, negative, L2.
Oh, shit. Now
There
continue.
you go. You're good. You're good.
No,
Now
there
I
you go.
got it. Okay, good. All right. That doesn't mean that you can't talk about immersion breaking events at all. Just got to do it in an immersive way. So, for example, if your frames are suffering, say that you are feeling under the weather or the weather is really bad today, etc., so on. Continue, Sonlo, sorry.
Thanks, LT. So if anybody has any questions in regards to that, push it up the chain of command and we'll clarify it for you. Okay, let's get into today's training. So the training has evolved a little bit from what I had originally planned, which is basically conducting a combat patrol and conducting a couple of offensive actions. So the reason why we're doing it this way is so that to give all you guys, all our new PV2s, some exposure to the way that we do things in Havoc 3. You train mostly on this during your OSAT training. However, we like to bring you up to Havoc 3 standards quickly so that when we're in the operational environment, you can act as an efficient cog in our wheel. That said, when I ask a question, feel free to stand up and answer that question. If you don't know, don't worry about it. So first of all, I want to go across very briefly the combat patrol. So there are 3 elements of the combat patrol. Stand up and give me one. Someone, anyone. Sergeant Henderson, go ahead.
Assault.
Yep, that's assault element. Good. Another one, somebody. Don Price.
Raid, sir.
No, elements of a combat patrol. So what I'm looking at is assault element, support element, and the security.
Right.
The security element. Okay. The assault element, purely that you breach, you seize ground, and you secure objectives. The support element, very importantly, provides direct and indirect fire support, and that generally comes from our weapons squad and rifle squads when they are tasked therefore. And the security element provides security of danger areas, crossings, when we're crossing objectives. You support the withdrawal of the platoon if we are withdrawing, and you provide security once the objective is secured. Also you can provide security and cordon whilst objectives are being assaulted. And at the moment, Havoc 3.3 is in that role, so security and support role. Any questions with those 3 broad elements of combat patrols? Now, I don't want to get down into the nitty-gritty at the moment because the LT's designed a very good scenario for us tonight. However, I want you to start switching on to 3 important factors for tonight. The first factor is how we move over the terrain. Whether we conduct just a travelling movement, whether we conduct travelling overwatch, or whether we move by conducting bounding overwatch. Now, travelling movement is purely this. We move generally as an administrative move in a combat environment, or potential combat environment, which means that we're not expecting contact, which we move through the terrain, follow roads in some sort of formation, generally as a staggered column. Travelling overwatch is when we need to get from point A to point B quickly, and we potentially could come into contact with the enemy. Generally, we tend to increase the spacing between our elements in that sense, and we may have 1 foot on the ground at all times. So, for instance, if we're moving from point A to point B, there's a piece of high ground that straddles that movement corridor. We'll generally put 3-4 up there with 3-3 to provide that sort of coverage as the rest of the platoon moves. And finally, bounding overwatch is when we bound completely, knowing that we are either in contact or we're moving to contact, and we bound the entire platoon, either by squad or by a couple of squads. Any questions so far?
I have a question for everybody, Sergeant. What is the difference between those 2 things, traveling overwatch and bounding overwatch? What phase are they? Private Kepner.
So traveling would be like the entire element is moving at the same time. Bounding is one is holding security, the other is moving, and then they swap.
So that's correct, but what I'm looking for is one is part of the movement phase and one is part of the maneuver phase, right? So traveling overwatch, we're traveling which means we're in the movement phase. Bounding Overwatch is when we are actively maneuvering to engage the enemy, right? So make sure we understand the difference between movement phase and maneuver phase. So carry on, Sergeant. Thank you.
Thanks, Cap. Any further questions in regards to those 6 points that I've just brought up? Okay, so that's how we get from A to B on the ground. So a couple of points I want you to concentrate on tonight and start planning into your thought processes. The first point is assaulting of small compounds. How do we do it? Okay. We conduct an assault on a... Yeah, who's that up there? Son Morgan. Not hearing a lot
We can't
from
hear
you,
you,
Son
son.
Morgan. Okay. We conduct a small compound, assault on a small compound, exactly the same as we conduct a room entry. Okay, so we stack up on the entrance to the compound. We put out a cordon to provide security. We prepare to enter the compound. We gather all the ISR, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance that we can, all the information that we can prior to entry. We peel out the entry if need be, and then we enter in a coordinated, violent fashion. Any questions in regards to that? You've all conducted room clearances. Anybody here that hasn't, stand up. Great. So assaulting on a small compound, you use the exact same principles. Don't cross danger areas. Don't go through fatal funnels. Utilise entrances where you can. Identify objectives within there. Coordinate your movement between squads and fire teams. All simple, basic stuff that we learn at in OSAR. And finally, the last thing I want you to consider in your planning process as we take off is assaulting entrenchments. Now, entrenchments can be one of two things. We can use them in our favour because one, when you are on the walls of an entrenchment, you are provided limited cover, and two, they are a danger for us to assault. So ideally, an assault element will prepare to attack a trench. Support elements and or security element will neutralise those targets within the entrenchment that we see. We'll deploy smoke between our assault point and the entrenchment, and we'll move in cover where we can and concealment to a position on the entrenchment where we can then begin the assault. The assault, again, is similar to that of assaulting a room in that we stack up, we enter the entrenchment in one or two ways. If we know that we've got a clear entrance that is free from covering fire, we'll move in. If we don't and have to go over the entrenchment over the high wall of an entrenchment, particularly a trench in the ground, we lay on the ground, we roll towards the wall, drop in that way, and we do that quickly, facing outwards. So ideally you'll have two people roll up the wall, face different directions, drop into the trench, providing cover fire for the rest of the platoon or squad to move in on them. Any questions in regards to that? The main thing, once you've established a foothold within the trench, is coordination at the squad level as to where you are clearing. Ensure that you communicate your intentions with your sister squads. Excuse me. Any questions in regards to assault in the trench line?
And in addition to what 37 has said, make sure you drop a green smoke where you have first breached the trench so people don't shoot you in the back.
Okay, that's all part of coordination and communications. Okay, before we step off, LT, you had some points that you wanted to raise in regards to communicating in regards to map symbols.
Hey, Firm 37, thank you. Now I want for squad leaders and above to make sure we utilize the marker system on the map more, especially for contacts that are above a squad-sized infantry element. So, for example, you have a platoon, so a section, maybe some armor positions, stuff like that. Make sure you put a mark on them if possible, if you have the time to do so. Because I think this is a habit that we've fallen out of, and I really want to bring it back, and which is to make sure we mark enemy positions on the map. We don't really have a Blue 4 device, a micro dagger, some sort of that system yet, but that doesn't mean that we have to stop using that system entirely, since the map is still a tool available to us. Especially now that we are starting to get more applicants into the dagger element, and our air assets are a lot more active, especially during a deployment phase. Make sure you mark contacts larger than a squad. Everybody tracking, especially squad leaders and above.
Go up.
All right, that's it from me, 3-7. Thank you.
What's the other part? What's the other part
again,
of marking? What's the other part of marking contact?
Make sure you call it out, sir.
No. Make sure
So
once. Send it.
So it's removing once those
Correct.
elements are destroyed.
Once you move through the area and the place that you move through that had a marker is clear, it's really squad leader and up's responsibility to make sure you delete those markers.
Thanks, Cam. Okay, before the S2 correction, before the ops brief on the mission tonight, the operation tonight, we will be air assaulting squad leaders. Squad leaders, ensure that everybody under your care understands the process. We'll be going in one bird, I believe, a Chinook. So, yeah, let everybody know what the process is. 3-3, you're lucky enough to be chalk leader tonight, so let's get into the ops brief, LT.
Make it 3-7. Before I start the op brief, any C's or Q's regarding the training brief you just received? 3 seconds. Sorry, Brian,
I just
gotta
have
stop
one.
coughing in my ear.
I got
Sorry,
one
Captain.
quick. It's all good. Quick comment about the maps. I know that we can use them as sort of Blue 4 devices now, but for the love of God, don't let it be a crutch in your land nav skills. You're still going to need those eventually when we move to Blue 4 devices like we previously have. So don't let the map fault your land navigation skills. So make sure you keep those sharp. That's all. Thanks, LT.
Thank you, sir. All right, note C's or Q's, open your maps, look towards the northeast corner of this AO. I'll give you 3 seconds. It might look a bit familiar to the people who have attended the previous Havoc 3 joint operation, but let me just brief you through it. So 3 objectives: Objective Anthill, Clay, and Boondocks. We're going to be attacking these objectives one at a time from the south to the north. The LZ Washington has been marked for you to the southwest of Objective Anthill. From there, you'll move to ORP1, Assault Objective Anthill, and then move to ORP2, and then Assault Objective Clay. And from there, you move directly to AP3 to Assault Objective Boondocks. Now, Objective Anthill is a number of small compound civilian buildings that have been occupied by OP4, who are just your regular Russian troops. Now, these compounds have been heavily fortified by the enemy, and it also seems as if a number of civilians have been moved out of this village. However, there may still be civilians within, especially inside of unfortified buildings. So make sure you exercise caution when you're breaching and when you're using your throwables, especially your lethal throwables. And then from there to Objective Clay. Objective Clay is a fully civilian village. You are not to enter this village except just to clear the entrenchments that have been built around this village. There are a number of trenches on the eastern side, the southern side, and the western side that you have to clear. But make sure you don't enter the village itself, since it is fully occupied by civilians. Now, that doesn't mean that the enemy is going to play by the same rules. They may move through this village as the QRFs arrive from Objective Boondocks, but that's their prerogative. That's not our game plan. After you've cleared Objective Clay, you'll move to AP3 and then look for a way to breach Objective Boondocks and then clear it from the west to east. And I'll leave it to 3-7 to coordinate that assault plan. And that's it for the high-level brief. Any C's or Q's? Stand up if you have any.
3-7 has the question, LT.
Please.
What's Stalker has a mission inside this plan?
Excellent question. For the first objective, Objective Anthill, there is a very heavily fortified compound to the north that may house an officer. The game plan here is for Stalker to detain that officer and then transport him back to AP1, where he will be picked up by our air assets. And then at the last objective, there will be multiple helicopter assets for Stalker to destroy via the use of demolitions.
Thanks, LT.
Anyone else?
D-Cook, I had a question with you.
Go ahead, Captain Dusk.
I'm assuming we're trying to limit damage to civilian structures, as per usual.
As always, yep.
Copy, team.
Anyone else? Who's that? Private Ortega.
Just a quick question. What does TRP stand for, sir?
Target reference point. That is for air assets to use, so they can quickly relay target information.
Copy. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, seeing none, rock and load. Let's get them on the boat.
Alpha, clear to lock and load.
Stay where you are. Chain of command tonight is myself, 33313432. Any questions in regards to that? As I mentioned, 3-3, you are chalk lead. Get him on the ground. Be aware we also have DECO close air support tonight, potential resupply as well. Bear that in mind. Lock and load, get him in front of the bird.
You dropped your mag, Captain. 3334, left side of the bird. 3132, right side of the bird. 34, your teammates that don't have machine guns, I want you to take the guns.
Alpha copy is right side of the bird. Alright, Alpha, we're taking the right side of the bird. Go ahead and
see, we're taking the left
45
side
degree
of
angle.
the bird.
Roger. Bird's out to the northeast here.
Bird is northwest, just past the Hescos.
I don't have enough.
3-3 Bravo. I want Briggs to be the last man on before myself, so he can get off first and lay cover.
Roger that.
No rush. The enemy will still be there when we get there. Someone here needs to address that rifle.
3-4, you putting your two machine gunners on the ramp?
What I'm trying to get on the front of the line there, Brian.
Coming in for a second.
Mahmood, it looks like 3-4's gonna take the ramp seat, so just when we get in, just grab a seat.
Get in there.
Wherever.
Get in front of Shay.
Okay, you have not done air assault yet.
Your bird.
What we're going to do is we're going to board the aircraft by walking aboard.
Chalk lead, who's on the guns?
It's a very pretty bird.
When
I had 3-4's team leads that don't have a big gun. Yeah,
Roger.
You got that 3-4?
Alright, so Alpha team, do not get on the guns, just grab a seat in the near the front of the bird when we get in.
Okay,
3-4's taking the ramp seats and the point defense.
Or stars, whatever side you're on, they'll call it out, and that's when you start unloading. You're going to look for the gentleman either your left or your right, closest to the back of the bird, and you're going to follow them out. It's just simply walking out the ramp.
Remind me, we need to fix your rifle.
Body pairs will be Ellis and Selkirk,
Got
Faith
a sweet
and
one with
Ortega.
paint on
Body
it.
pairs.
Stripes and
CLS.
Which one is
Yeah, you'll
right
see there's
side
a... Yep, exactly. You'll see a flag inside the bird. It's on the ceiling. Okay?
Move all the way to the front.
All right, let's go ahead and jump in front here.
All the way. There we go.
Stalker, can we poke in front of you here?
No, back to the line.
All right. That's
Why is he laughing?
You're going to be on this side, 37.
I don't know.
3-2-3-1, start loading.
Mahmood, take us out, brother.
All the way to the
No, I was telling him back to the line. You can go up.
Ortega, jump in.
Roger that.
Copy.
Sound off when you're all in.
Okay, just get in front of
a pretty star. All I did there.
Walk all the way in, gents.
Go ahead, keep going.
All the way to the back. All the way to the back.
in.
Look at this shit.
Roger.
Alright.
Sit down, man.
Goss, you in, brother?
I can't squeeze my fat ass in between the seats.
We'll have to spot next to me here if you need it. There you go.
Scoot down. Can you guys scoot down at all? It's easier.
I'll get them to raise it and lower it once everybody's on board.
Please.
I got two seats next to me. Wide open.
Just push me out of the way.
Oh,
fucking rude as shit.
Do I smell?
Do you have a nose?
I mean.
Lovely.
That's good. Goss, check in.
Fantastic. We're all in. Lovely.
Are you in? Okay, right.
Thanks, like this. Still
3-2 Alpha, all in.
We are all in.
Copy Alpha.
Sorry. Phoenix flight copies. Cleared to full.
Where's our escort?
They're a little way up ahead of us here.
So does you copy?
Hey, firm copy.
There's
We will be right back. Technical. About that, and we're back.
Alpha, let's get in the tree line northeast.
3-2, this Alpha, Lima Charlie on 4 tree.
Alpha moving to the tree line.
Tree line northeast, let's go.
Alpha team, check in.
Let's get security on the north.
Security looking north.
A little bit this way, Manny.
Alpha team,
Alpha, let me know when you got eyes on LaFave.
Over.
Over 3, this is 3-1, go hold security north.
That's gonna be all you up there, all Watcher 6.
Roger.
Thanks much, 3-1, Mike out.
3-2, this Alpha, over. Right now I only got my AR. I'm trying to track my other 2 guys here. Alright, Roger. We're just going to hang in the tree line, edge of the tree line until we can regroup here. Over.
South of ORP-1. We're going to eventually move to our northeast to AP-1 and then assault the objective.
Roger.
That's going to be objective and hill.
How's it going?
You're most likely going to head that way here shortly. We're going to go and take names, so you know the drill.
Everybody that doesn't look like us is holding the weapon.
Alpha, let me know when you have eyes on LaFave.
Hang on, a lot of my ears right now. What do you need after this? Say it again.
We are collected. We're moving up to the north bearings.
Platoon mic load out so that I can offer it for my staff. Mine got haywire.
We're taking point on the platoon.
Copy. Who am I letting know?
Yeah, copy. Go for it.
Rider, 3 mic.
Copy. I can do that later. Or I'll let them know right now if you want me to.
Yeah, that'd be better before, in case we forget.
All right. 3-1 Mike to 3 Mike.
Let's go ahead and stay around there, Alpha. We don't get too far away.
3-1, go ahead and orient looking west and southwest.
I was advised to let you know that Goss is going to need a platoon mic loadout. He's got messed up.
Copy.
Thanks much. Out.
Alpha, you copy my last. Orient your guys off to the west.
That guy's on my field of fire, so.
Copy.
Good.
Adjust if you got guys.
Also got, yeah, this is all you if you want it.
Alpha, we're looking west southwest.
You'll realize you'll be the first to know.
Copy.
Pushing west.
3-1 copies, moving to secure east side, over. Alright, we're going to be pushing off to our north and then securing the east side. Yeah, send it for 3-1.
You don't have a magazine, right?
Wilco, who's in front?
Oh, thank you.
So you don't get shot by
Yeah, I
We're
appreciate
going to move
that.
off after the others, and then we're going to secure the east side once we go, we're going to go north and then east, basically.
Alright, lead it out. Let's go, Bravo, go ahead, take point.
Moving. Let's go, Manny.
Pulling Bravo out.
Perfect.
Copy.
Give them a few meters and we'll move off.
Passing you.
Go.
On the move.
This is Alpha. There's an Alpha moving in front of us. Are they taking point for this movement?
No, copy. We're trying to get to the east side, trying to get security east.
Alright, roger.
Havoc 3, this is 3-1.
So apparently we... Never mind. Let's go a little bit east and then we're gonna hold.
Roger.
I say right about there is good.
On the rocks.
Yep, on the rocks. And I want us to go southwest. So not the rocks. We'll go that way to that copse of trees. Roger. I think we're just slightly uphill of you. We are kind of looking east. All the way back, Roger. Okay, we're going all the way back to our original position. Which is just straight down right here. Don't twist your ankle.
My best.
Yeah, well, if you trip, I'm gonna break your fall, so...
No, not yet.
Thank you.
Sorry, Alpha.
Just doing my job. Alright, we're here. Back to, I guess, literally back to where we were, so where was that stump we were using?
Right here.
Right here. Here's your stump.
Thank you.
I'll take if you spoke, I didn't hear you.
Negative, my free look button is the same as my voice chat button. Sorry about that.
No worries. Selkirk, if Lafayette doesn't join us, you'll be 2IC.
Copy.
Alpha will be CLS, Selkirk will be TIC unless Lafayette rejoins.
Copy on your last. Do you still have your AT?
We've lost our AT.
Copy.
I have HEDP. I have HEDP, so we should be good. Over.
Received. Grenadier does have HEDP.
Not sure that's enough yield, but it'll do.
No worries. I got the law, and we'll be moving out here in 2 mics. Over.
Roger. We'll be moving out in 2 mics.
Copy.
3-1 copies. All right, 3-2 is going to take point, followed by us and 3-1, 3-4, and then 3-3.
I don't know if how far east that rock goes.
Bravo will be leading. Over.
Negative Alpha, you'll be taking point.
A little bit. Bravo copies. Alpha's taking point this time.
Taking point when we set off.
Gotcha.
Roger.
Havoc 3, this is 3-1. Be advised, we're down 1 man. We only have 1 AT stick at this time. Over. Thirty seconds.
It's Arma, 30 seconds.
30 seconds before step off.
Okay.
Alright, let's move out.
Stepping up.
Alpha, go ahead, establish visual contact with 3-2, and then just take off the rear.
You paid for it.
What?
A little bit of room here.
Moving at a walking pace.
Ryan, make your push a bit to the front. We're moving to 015. Cover your pump.
Following 3-2 on 050. Zero up, bang him up.
We got the left-hand side, or meant to be in a platoon column? Platoon wedge or platoon column?
I think this is narrow draw, so this is a big column.
So we might need these guys to get in harvest or column.
Yeah, move up the infantry guys.
Yep, copy.
I want to kill your laser.
Just got that laser. That's sin bin.
Squad 637B advised Stalker has spotted targets on the southwestern side of the objective.
Alright, well,
Isolated,
tracking 37's traffic.
Infantry, light contact at this stage.
Outside of the objective.
Get some more spacing, guys.
Light contact.
Send over.
Tracking and all.
Roger. All squad short hold.
Short hold.
And all squads to reiterate my last.
Hold here.
It's light, visual contact, light, visual contact.
Yes.
Be advised on that. Infantry contact is pretty late
All
out there.
squads be advised, BTR spotted on the west side of town. Break. Ensure that you are
On the west
About
side.
to get pretty spicy.
from the east. 3-2, let me know when you found a path upwards, over. Like. Roger. 3-4, close in with 3-2. That looks like they're moving towards their SVM position.
Copy.
3-2 comes 3-1.
Through ammo. Moving again. Let's go. Wait, never mind.
OP.
This is Bravo, confirm we're holding. 3-4 is passing us.
We're passing 3-1 at this time.
Yep. Oscar Mike, it is time.
Okay, I guess we are going. Let's go. Go.
Alpha, try to get eyes back on 3-2. They should be to our front east. I'm seeing movement over there.
Be advised that BTR on the western side of town, mark at Griffin 087. 072 is looking towards AP1. Caution advised. 3-1, hold position. 3-4, pass 3-1
Places.
and move to...
Bravo's holding. Track on 37's traffic. Right here.
2-1 copy is holding.
Driver is going to be you. We'll continue to push upon that BTR. Copy.
3-4 is going to try to push past us to engage that BTR. That's why we're holding.
Traffic over.
We got
Roger 301. How close are we to our freaking fighting positions from here? We might need to get in closer. Or...
Go ahead and start pushing east.
Start pushing east with me.
Cover. We're going to relink with 3-2.
Copies.
3-1 copies.
We're going to relink with 3-2.
Copy south.
Pick it up, move east. Let's go.
Danny?
Pick it up, it's moving.
Oh, we're
There we
moving?
go. Yeah, we're moving.
Hey, my bad, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Turn southeast. Turn southeast.
Negative, I want to maneuver
Stay behind these
into
two individuals.
we engage over. However, be advised, as soon as
You're probably tracking already, but they're maneuvering 3-4 to try to get a shot on that BTR. They don't want us to initiate yet, so we need to avoid being seen, obviously.
2-1.
Pathfind to AP1.
Can I help you, Staff Sergeant?
What about that? Short hold, guys.
What about what?
That path into woods.
I'm sure it's fine. I would ask Sergeant Morgan what he thinks, though.
Hey, farm.
South and try to find us a path.
Alpha Bravo, we're going to push
Roger, do you want us on security for?
Yeah, just stand by for security.
I think we have someone else on our net. I think.
Roger, ready when you are. We're gonna move again.
All right, Alpha team, we're gonna get security for 3-4. Well,
Did this crash again, or did I crash again? We will be right back again. We're having more tech issues. Let's try this one more time.
Alpha, we're
Good copy, Alpha. I'm gonna try to find our mic.
Alpha, we're falling 3-2 again.
Roger, on you. Yeah, just push straight east, NS. Just straight east.
Pushing east.
Say again?
My arm's still in.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. You should like file a complaint when we get back to the base.
No, it should be healing. I bandaged it. Yeah, it should be good.
Okay, then. If anyone walks over the top of that hill, they're gonna get 2 762 reasons why that was a bad idea.
Basically, back to our safe stop.
Allied 308 to be them.
Havoc 3, this is 3-1. We're currently set, ready to move over.
I think that's yours right there.
You missed it.
Right?
Seven, this is Aries 1.5, 5 mics away, over.
Got it. Back yet? Yeah, there he is. Cool beans. We might be without a mic. Not sure what's going on there.
Jacobs move on a wedge. Left side heavy, so hang on to the left a little bit.
Drifting past squad, not sure.
Fantastic.
This is 3-2. Just hold where you are.
Make sure to give him room.
Yeah, copy. That's just 3-2 off to our right.
Yeah, hold here.
Send over.
Stepping off in one mic over.
What's the south by true front cooks? Copy.
Roger, 1 mic.
Copy.
Good copy. So I have Lancer 1 is native 6 round little bird, 7 times Hydra, 2 times Kilo, 60 minutes playtime, Borkuda Book. Lancer 2 being AH6 light little bird, on the gun, 14 times Hydra, 60 minutes playtime, Borkuda People, wave off for the entire flight being Matcha.
Hey Bravo, if we get into some terrain that gets real narrow,
this is 378.
Excellent. The laser's starting to move.
Roger.
Alpha on the move. 3-1 copy. Alright, we're moving out. Fall in behind 3-2.
Falling in behind 3-2. Bravo, Oscar Mike.
User disconnected from your channel.
Hey, you know, it's okay. Ice cream. As soon as they're gone, 3-1's gone. Any more? You know. Pick it up.
Is that 3-1? Yep.
They just leave.
We all scream and the terrible hellfire.
Yeah. Holding.
Are we pulling tail, rear and tail?
Don't stop in the open.
guys. We'll go.
3-4 copies. Keep pushing up here and then reacquire that vehicle. Acquire a vehicle reported by 3-2. But did not engage yet. Oh, there you are. I was walking, chilling, my long ass strides. Yep.
They're adjusting 060. Pushing to AP1, Manny. If I understood right, I believe he's going to hook a right up here through these pine trees. Real life. They're adjusting 150 downslope. Be advised, have audible on suppressed shots to the south, likely stalker in contact. We need to pick it up. We are heading towards where those suppressed shots just were. We're gonna move up and get out in front in case something goes down.
Yeah, copy. Let's look it up.
Oh, sorry, Ennis, I didn't realize I'd passed you already. I was trying to get to you.
No way.
Let's slow it down a little bit and stay on his right. I didn't hear any like loud shots return fire, so we might not be detected yet.
Alpha and Bravo, we're gonna try to loop around this rock formation. AP5 was approximately where that.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Where Stalker is northeast, like.
This is Bravo, audible on those suppressed shots again.
I've got movement 165 south.
He's calling movement 165 south. How far? How far?
Say again for 3-1.
Might have been 165. Freaking how far? Wrong now. How far? 3-1, say again. You came in broken and unreadable. We'll go. We're to hold position here.
Roger.
400 meters. You may want to bump to where I'm at, just so you can get maybe like a keyhole angle with that thing. Because like you're not going to see anything to the right.
It's still kind of bad here, but
I mean, I think you're good to move up to the tree line. Just don't expose yourself.
All right, let's move out. Alpha, push east.
They're moving out anyway, so.
Continue the movement plan.
Okay, we're gonna follow Alpha up along this rock face on the left.
Roger, you heard them let them all pass and we're following Briggs.
Apparently we're stragglers now. That's funny.
I love you, White. Beeler, you follow after Jacobs, I'll follow after Beeler, and then Briggs reaction will split and we'll control.
Split a little bit further because there's no veg up there.
Go. Move.
Moving. Stand the tree line.
There's a compound over there past that hump to the east.
Roger, you got something?
I'm looking. I see.
Shots from the east.
Additional.
That's a big gun.
That's a
northeast. PA getting covered. Big gun. Put eyes. To the east. Stalker might be around.
I got no shot on that. If I step out of this tree, I'm gonna get schwacked.
Yeah, Roger.
AP1. Pick up and
This is Bravo negative.
Cover,
we can't
cover.
move forward. That thing has us dialed in.
It's Otto's Master 6.
We are in the tree line.
3-3, push
If these guys are going to run in front of it, let's just run through them. The odds of us getting hit is pretty low, right?
Follow the 4.
All that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's keep moving. 3-4, find those guns and engage.
Move.
On you, Briggs. You guys gotta push past me, I'll cover you.
3-3, get defensive positions, find that
Manny,
gun.
it's like a little clearing out in front when we're running there. Cross that, I'm right on the other side of it.
Yep, this way.
3-3, get find the gun.
Say again that bearing.
Keep moving on northeast in this forest, get some cover. Sit down.
Say again that last bear.
Push the forest, get to the forest, sit down, consolidate.
Would be southeast, 132.
Get those out.
Oh wait, that's the elevated bunker position somewhere the flank is called.
Right here. Fire under the objective.
Get as far as you can to the east in the forest. Get to the tree line.
Go to the right.
Spread out. Get fire down.
Yeah, I went right.
Push to our east, southeast side, and take that elevated position over.
Try to get you some targets.
Alright, Alpha, Bravo, we're holding here.
Those positions are going to be between 200 and 300 meters, so you really shouldn't need to compensate much. Target on the 104, you might have it is. Alright, they're firing the bunker.
Once you guys get set up on that hill, we'll push past you on the right.
Have someone cover.
Solid copy.
Look for targets. Okay, got another bunker
rocks
for
up
you.
here, I'm gonna-
Okay. 061, 500 meters. There's another bunker position.
I can't see it from here. I'm not helping, so I'm pushing right now. Try to cover the left.
It's to the left, man. It's right there.
Yeah, I can't see shit. We're in fucking trees.
Taking routes from a 115.
Ortega's got that.
Pushing south, let's go.
Pushing south, line 32.
Push it south.
Ortega, cover us, we're moving.
I'm up.
Push us out.
Hey, did you go out in the field?
So you said we push us out.
Yeah. He wanted us to go further back, but I don't think that was relayed at the time.
And I think we're done for the night. Guys, it looks like, yeah, this server's just not cooperative. So we're going to go ahead and end it here rather than deal with the tech issues. So, I apologize for the server performance tonight, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have given me thus far. If you guys are interested in joining the unit, once we work these server issues out, we'll definitely be able to get some interesting missions up and running. Click that application in the description down below, fill that out, and get involved.